Hi, my name is Dilpreet Singh, and this is an additional supplementary video to the first meditation concentration practice which I had shared on YouTube. The first meditation concentration practice concerns those secret steps which, if used in concentration techniques, can help you to evolve spiritually and to feel all the spiritual benefits which are generally associated with meditation techniques. This is an ongoing part of the series which I am creating, that is secrets and hidden steps to meditation practices which are generally not disclosed in books or are very subtly hinted. As mentioned before, in most of the books or manuals of meditation or concentration, which is the beginning of meditation, you would find a lot of detail regarding the physical aspects of meditation and the mental aspects. But when you come to the spiritual aspects or the spiritual trainings or the steps, to be more precise, which can help you to evolve from the physical to the spiritual aspect, either these particular steps are missing or the hint is very subtle. Now, I'm creating this supplementary video basically to discuss the do's and don'ts of concentration practices, secret of concentration practices, and some popular FAQs too, right? My request to all the viewers is that if you want to take the full benefit of this video, if you want to understand this video in more detail or understand the practical application of this video, I would request you to see the videos, the previous videos of this series. There are mainly three. One is regarding the introduction. The second gives you the initial steps, and the last video, which declares or shares the secret step which is missing, is known as the final step to concentration practices. Okay. The do's and don'ts and popular FAQs associated with concentration meditation techniques. Now, the FAQs which I'll be sharing few here are the ones I have been regularly asked by some fellow students and friends with whom I had the opportunity to share this particular practice. The doubts which they have, I've chosen the top 2 and 3 ones, the do's and don'ts of the concentration meditation technique. As per my previous videos, I have shared how you concentrate on the flame without blinking at a stretch as long as your eyes are comfortable, or in other words, at the time when your eyes start feeling heavy, some kind of irritation, and tears may also fall down. That means you have reached your saturation point, or at this moment your optimal capacity. Please do not stretch forcibly beyond this point, because if you do, there can be some continued irritation, redness in your eyes, and that's not beneficial. This technique is to be taken in a very harmonious way. Now, the first do and don't, or the first thing you should do is, every day, as I've mentioned, you have to sit at a particular time, preferably, and concentrate on the flame at a stretch without blinking. And your attention span initially might be 20 seconds, will go to 25, 30. Once you complete your technique for the day, preferably do it once or twice in a sitting, right? Once you reach your level and have completed, the tears have started falling, the first thing that you have to do is use simple tap water to wash your eyes. Taking into account that the tap water is clean. If it is not, then whatever drinking water you have. What I mean to say is room temperature. It need not be cold or refrigerated. Just take it and splash it on your eyes, and then take a towel or a cloth and cleanse them up. The reason for this is, once you're concentrating on the flame without blinking, my gurus used to say that there's some accumulation of energy in your eyes which happens. Accumulation of photons. And if those are not removed, they can lead to redness in the eyes. So as a precautionary step, every day when you do the technique, after that, go to the washroom or wherever there is, take some simple plain room temperature water and cleanse your eyes. Now, there is an advanced step of this. There have been very few cases, I have only seen one, where people who purposely try to aggravate and extend the time, right? And even after washing their eyes with simple tap water, they yet feel some kind of irritation in their eyes. For them, what you should do is, as a precaution, take a simple cotton cloth, could be a handkerchief, a simple muslin cloth, apply some clarified butter on it, which in Hindi in India is known as ghee. Apply some butter that it becomes a bit wet, and close your eyes and place that cloth on your eyes like this for some time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and whatever irritation there is, it will evaporate. It will now not continue with you. This is the first thing. Second thing, another guideline which I mentioned, try to choose a standard time, a time when you're comfortable in practicing this technique. It could be in the morning, afternoon, evening, night. That does not make a difference. The time which is mentioned, if you go to the old Vedic literature, they said early morning because the lifestyle was such. In today's time, most of the people who are working might be comfortable in late evening. That's okay. But whatever time you choose, try to stick by it, because it creates a habit and a regularity. So this is the basic precaution which is there. Cleansing your eyes, and in case the irritation increases, using a muslin cloth with a clarified butter. Now certain FAQs. One very popular FAQ which I have been asked many times is, Dilpreet, is it important that I have to only concentrate on a candle? Is there any other object I can use an alternative? Is there any alternative concentration technique? Maybe for children who are pretty young, parents might be careful that they don't want them to play with a candle. It can be harmful. Or some people are just not comfortable with a candle. Yes, there is. And it will give you the exactly same results which you get with candle glazing. Most of you will be aware of it. It is known as concentrating on the black circle. Very simple. Just take a simple A4 sheet, white sheet of paper, the normal A4 sheet which is used to take printouts, or if you can take even a cardboard or any white sheet which you are comfortable with, preferably A4 size, can also be smaller. Approximately in the middle, draw a small circle. You can draw that with maybe a small coin, could be a penny, could be a cent, or could be a 1 rupee coin in India. Place it in the middle and draw a circle. That is, take a pencil and outline it, right? Or if you're good at drawing circles yourself, you can do that. Also, you can draw a small circle with the compass. It doesn't matter what are the dimensions. Preferably, it should be a decently small circle, such that even if you place it 1.5 meter away from you, keeping in mind all the concentration techniques and practices which I have told in my previous candle gazing, you are able to see it clearly. Right? It can be anything, as per me, anything from 0.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters in diameter. Right? Now, what you do once you have created the circle, take a black marker, or for that matter, you can take black paint, whatever you have at your house, and darken the circle. Color the circle totally black. Right? It should be a black dot or a black small circle on a white sheet of paper. Once you have made this sheet of A4 size or slightly smaller with a small dot or a small circle in the middle, place it on the wall or wherever you want to concentrate on it. Now you have to follow the same rules which I have taught in candle glazing. That is, you need to concentrate on that black dot just like you were concentrating on the flame. Everything remains the same. The only thing is, instead of a flame, you are concentrating on the dot. One thing more, I would always recommend people to try both the practices. That is, concentrate on a flame and also try to concentrate on that black dot on a piece of paper. Wherever you feel that you're more comfortable, do that, because the results are the same. The same thing will happen, as mentioned, that your attention span will start increasing. At a certain time, that white light will come, and you then, as told in my previous video, you have to follow that. Now, another thing is, are there any restrictions in this particular concentration meditation exercise? Not much. As I told you, time of the day doesn't matter, as long as you're choosing it, keeping a standard time regularly. One restriction is there, that when either you're sitting or you're standing, right? If you're standing, then it doesn't make much of a difference. If you're sitting and doing this particular concentration practice, your backbone should be erect. The reason for that is, while I'll be explaining a lot in my future videos, is that the current or the subtle current or the vibrations which go through your backbone will only be able to flow properly if your backbone is erect, right? As long as you're doing this practice, try to keep your backbone erect. You may be standing or you may be sitting. That does not make a difference. Another question which is very oftenly asked me is, what is the time period I can expect when I'll see this light? There's no answer for that. I've had people who have been able to see this white light in just 2 or 3 days, and there have been people who have not been able to see this light clearly even after 3 months. One thing is definitely clear, which I was told by my guru, and I hold testimony to that fact. Every person does see the light. Time period is dependent on many things. One of the major reasons is your spiritual potential that you have inside you, which, if you believe with me on past life experience, on a reincarnation, your spiritual capacity, your spiritual potential is a sum total of all the spiritual practices or all the spiritual experience you have had in your previous life and in all the reincarnations. It is a sum total of that. People who are more evolved see this light much earlier. People who are less evolved see this light later, but you will see it. And as mentioned in my video, as mentioned in my previous last video, the final step to concentration meditation, secrets of secret meditation techniques. Once you see the light, that is the time when your real spiritual journey will start. And then it is a continuous field. As and when I will upload more videos regarding specific techniques, right? Techniques on stargazing, moon gazing, what are the benefits if you want to increase your telepathy, if you want to increase your intuition, if you want to basically gaze into the future, if you want to become more focused and contented. So this particular practice is basic, which will give you a basic all the benefits which are there. If you want specific effects, specific benefits, then after practicing this, you can go for those specific techniques like I mentioned. And since I'm taking the first series as concentration, secrets of concentration, I will be putting similar more videos. Another question which is frequently asked to me is that, though I see the white light, it goes away. Yes, that will happen. As I mentioned in the previous videos, then you have to again go back to the basic concentration technique, and slowly the duration of the white light will increase. You might see it for 10 seconds, 1 minute. For some people, they see it the first time, it never blinks. For some people, it comes for some times and then blinks. The last stage, when you are concentrating inside your mind, eyes closed, that is the final stage, right? Please appreciate the fact that that is the last stage, and it is extremely difficult. It is not possible that you will be able to stabilize that light or that subtle shadow in 2 or 3 weeks or 1 month. It's a journey. You'll be able to do it first for 3 minutes with your eyes closed, for 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and so on and so forth. It's a life journey. As long as you're doing it, the quality of the benefits that you're getting will keep on improving. Okay, one last question. What kind of benefits can I expect with this practice? Now, this is slightly lengthy, or I'll take some time on this. As I told you, that each meditation practice has 3 aspects: the physical, and the mental, and the spiritual. It is the spiritual one which is hidden or which has not been told about. The mental and physical aspects of meditation there's ample amount of information. There's no dearth of information on these. Read any book, use the website, you'll find tons of information, and most of that information is correct. Now, whenever you start any meditation practice, you start with the physical aspect, go to the mental aspect. If you are aware about how to evolve to the spiritual level, you can do that. That is where the secret and the hidden steps to meditation are there. Now, in the physical aspect, the benefit is very clear of this technique. It is first that will improve your eyesight, right? People who use glasses, they can reduce their number, or the glasses you can do away with the glasses over the time period. right? The second benefit is that your attention span, your focus will improve. You'll be able to focus on your meetings, on your readings, on whatever you do in a much better fashion, in a much more concentrated fashion. And you'll see that you're able to understand things very quickly. There's less confusion. You'll be able to concentrate on one thing, and your mind will become so sharp that there'll be no distraction or diversion. Right? That is why they say that before you go into the subtle meditation practices regarding visualization and all, you should always start with concentration, because it helps you to focus better on those meditation practices. The third aspect is that your memory will start improving. That is the mental aspect, right? Because of this, you are basically in a roundabout fashion able to access your subconscious mind. You will be able to retrieve information quite early and quite easily, and you'll be able to store information very easily for a much longer time. You'll see that whatever you're reading, you will not be required to revise it even once. As and when your memory power increases, you will have something which is known as a photographic memory. In fact, this is one of the secret techniques for a photographic memory. You'll have much better visualization exercise, right? Now, the last and the most important benefit is spiritual. If you're doing the spiritual technique, slowly and steadily, these are the benefits you'll start having. Number one is that you'll start feeling very contented. You'll be more energetic but contented. First. Number two, how do you know you're on the right track? As mentioned in my previous video, when you're concentrating on that specific point, on that specific light, there'll be some kind of visions associated with it. You will be able to visualize, maybe if you believe in a particular saint, a particular deity, a particular god, you'll be able to see those pictures. You'll be able to have certain visions which are extremely difficult to explain in the normal human language. Such kind of visions will give you a lot of peace. Going one step further, there'll be a certain glow which will come on your face and skin. There'll be a spark in your eyes. That means you have reached fairly advanced. It is after that level that your intuition starts increasing. You will be able to understand places and circumstances. There's some negative energy you'll feel here. This guy is positive. You'll be able to interpret or to understand people more well. What is the intention with which they are coming? Slowly and steadily, your mind power will also increase. Your mind will become so fine-tuned, you will be able to feel the vibrations of people. Something known as thought reading. You will be able to say things what people are thinking even before they utter it. The last stage that you reach is that you start becoming a telepath, more telepathic, and you'll be able to find answers to certain problems or certain decisions intuitively, and they'll be extremely correct. Say you have a decision to make, you're unable to understand, should I do this or that? You don't have the complete information. Intuitively, you will know this is what is right. Intuitively, you start understanding today I should drive slow. Intuitively, you'll know today is a good day or a bad day. Intuitively, your intuition will become extremely strong and you'll become more telepathic in nature. You will be able to sometimes even forecast the events of people without knowing astrology. That here I feel you're going to fall sick, take care, something like that. So these are the main FAQs and do's and don'ts of this particular first meditation concentration technique which I've shared. The secret steps to these techniques which are not in books. Please stay tuned for future more techniques on concentration and other parts. I'm thinking of also introducing a video on the secrets of willpower, how to increase your willpower, and certain secret techniques, leaving aside visualization which are not shared, and the second videos on specific concentration techniques for specific benefits or specific evolutions, right? Best of luck, and I hope you enjoyed this series and enjoyed this video. Please feel free to give me your comments, or if you have some doubts, as my email address and details are mentioned both at the start and at the end of this video. Best of luck on one of the best and the most adventurous journey of life, the spiritual journey. Thank you very much.